cur dot select cur dot execute of what I should say, select star from what? Employee. Select star from employee. So because of that, what will happen? The moment once the statement is executed, be careful students, from Python program, this statement is going, which statement? This statement. Once this statement is going to where? Database, Oracle database. The Oracle database related execution environment will execute that query, complete records of employee table, kept into which object? Cursor object. Put it into cursor object. All the records will be kept into cursor object. So cursor object will contain what? All the records. That cursor object will come to which program? Python program. So in the cursor object, what are available? Complete records are available. All the records are available in cursor object. So cursor object is containing all the records here. How the skeleton will be? Something like this. Go to the place. Here I am writing it. Paint here. So I'm going to take up something like this. Look at students. Here I am writing. Once this statement is getting executed, once this statement is getting executed, once this statement is getting executed, what will happen? All the records which are present here are going to come as it is. All these records will come as it is. So I'm writing here, once this statement is executed, once this, once the above statement, once the above statement is executed, then cursor object, cur object contains all the records, all the records. All the records will be present in that place, cursor object. How it is diagrammatically look like? It is going to be look like this. So I'm going to write it. This entire records will be like this. So here I'm writing. Carefully try to follow. It is a name. Next I'm going to take up. I'm just adjusting it for your clarity purpose. These are the records which are going to come from the database in the cursor object. How we can process the data. This is a very, very important students. So try to follow me carefully. So company name. So here. And this is a complete picture what we are having here. Is a complete picture what is your statement is having. So overall together, if you follow students carefully, overall together, if you follow me, this is the statements which are available here. And finally, this is a box, I will keep it for your better understanding. So these statements will look like these are the statements which we are having. So further, you are having, these are all the records which are available here. Almost all the records are available. Just I'm separating them for more clarity of the subject. So these are the records which are having. These are the records which are having here. Okay, fine. These are the records we are having. The total objects are present in where? CUR. CUR object is pointing to whom? This entire box. This entire box. So we need to do what? This entire cursor object is pointing to this entire area. Here two areas are there students. One is called record area, record area. One more is called what you know. One more is called what you know. Metadata area. Metadata area. So one is called records area. Records area. And one more is called metadata area. Metadata is nothing but, I'll explain it. First, let me process record area. I want to process the records. All these things are pointed by which object? CUR. CUR. So what is the CUR is called? Object of cursor. Object of cursor. Online students, follow me. Marshall. Okay, no problem, my dear student. Coming late, no issue. Good student. So cursor object is pointing to the this entire area. First, I want to process this data, students. This data I want to process it. This data I want to process it. Later I will process what? Column related data I will explain. So how to get the records from the cursor object? So I'm going to write it another way around. I'm going to talk about it. To get the records from the table, to get to get the records, to get the records from table, to get the records from the table, or to get the records from the cursor object, we have we have three functions, three functions available, three predefined functions, three predefined functions. What those predefined functions are here? Three predefined functions. They are number one. I'm talking about it. Number one, I'm talking about it. Fetch, fetch, fetch one, fetch, fetch one, fetch one. There is one function. Second one is available. Fetch many of. Next, the third one is available. Fetch all, fetch all. These are the three functions which are available here. Fetch all, fetch all. These are the functions which are available with us. What these functions are? These functions are used for processing the records present in which object? Cursor object. Why I'm explaining that? Because when you go to this place, E colon 7 a.m. here, Python with Oracle. If you go to the statements, Python communication with the Oracle, you see students, first, fifth one. Every Python program must process the result of the query. So how we process the DDL? We printed simple message and exception we did. How we processed a DML? We processed a DML by using what object, what type of attribute? Row count. Row count. Did you remember that row count? If row count greater than 0, query is successfully executed. If row count is equal to 0, which is not executed. That means not condition is not satisfied. Similarly, when you come to DRL, that is called select statement. All cursor is containing what? Total records that I need to process or not. To process the DRL queries, we are having how many functions? Three functions are available. So fetch one returns what? Fetch one returns what? One object at a time, one record at a time in the form of what? Tuple. In the form of tuple, if record present, or it returns none in the case of record not present. Fetch many will return number of records which you specified, number of records which you specified. That will give you tuple of what? List will return. That is inside the list, tuples will present. Each tuple is called what? One record. I'll show you that. And fetch one, fetch all will show you. Fetch all will show you same. Tuple of what list will be shown. That I will show you one by one in the class. That I will show you one by one in the class. So let us start understanding about fetch one, fetch many, fetch all. We are going to discuss here. So students, carefully try to follow. Already we are here. So cursor object contains what? Here, once this line number 8 is over, what is the cursor object contains? Cursor object contains list of records with which data? Metadata. I think you understood this. This line will make you to understand this diagram. Are you following me? So cursor object completely contains this complete information is present there. What is this data is called? Metadata. I'll tell you what is metadata. Plus what is available here? Records will present. If you call, sir, how can I go for getting the records? To get the records from the cursor object, I will use which functions? Fetch functions I will use it. So I will do what? Cursor dot what? Fetch one. Cursor dot fetch one. The moment when you use fetch functions with respect to cursor, Cursor will point to which area? Record area. So I'm going to use it. Online students, carefully follow. Now I'm going to take up, get the records. How do you get the records? CUR dot fetch one, fetch one. I'm going to write it. Fetch one, I'm going to take up. So there I'm going to write it, fetch one. This returns what? Record, REC. Record, I'm going to write it. Record is equal to, I'm going to write it. What is this record type? You print it. Type of what? Record. Print the record as well as what you know, students. Record you print it. Whose type also you print it. Students, online students, are you following me? Online students, are you okay? So main program here. So I'm going to write it. Everybody need to respond, students. Here I'm going to write it. Select records is a function call. Try to run this. Try to run this. See this now. We are going to get it. Here I'm going to get it. What is the problem? Get the address info. Cannot read the database. Connection related problem. What problem we are having? Connection problem. Hmm? Local host. Okay. Local host. Okay, students, local host. So get this point. Am I getting the first record or not? What is the type? Tuple. So you see our observation here, 20. First record is going to come. First record is going to come. Carefully follow me. Now, students, next I will move to the further. Another type of record I want to get it. Another type of record. So, Farin, voice is not audible. Everybody is getting it. So next I want to go for only one record is coming. The moment when you call fetch one, that will give you the first record. Automatically, after reading this data, automatically CUR is pointing to which one? Second record it is pointing. It is pointing to second record. Are you following me? Second. Like that, it will go on going for the moment when you call fetch one, it read the first one. It will go to the second one. Like that, it will go to the second, third, fourth, fifth, like that. One by one, it will go for it. Again, you read it. Again, you read. Second time you read. Second record will come. Second record is coming. 30. Like that, I will read one more time. Be careful. I don't write that many times, but I'm showing to generate one logic. Next, I'm going to run another thing. I will paste it one more statement. Another thing. Got it. 50. One more thing, I will write it here. Getting this data. So we got the data tuple like this. 25. One more thing, you write it. What is the next value here? 55. And try to observe 55. Two more times. One more time, I will go for it. Next one more, I will write it. Next is like this. 45. And the next I will write it one more statement. It is going to give you the last record. Last record. So last record is coming. Yes, yes. One more time I will place the statement student. That time, no, there is no more record. That cursor dot fetch one doesn't have any record to get it. Time record is containing what? None. None. So you observe it, none. So fetch one returns how many values? Two values. One is tuple if the record exists. If the record does not exist, returns what? None. So if there are 1,000 records are there, I don't write 1,000 times. It is our time waste. So we are going to write how many times? In the loop, I will write it. How do I write it? While true, online students, while true, you got it. What I'm going to write it over there? Get the statement. Get the statement. Now you are going to understand fetch one returns either a tuple or it returns none. What is the condition here? If record not equal to what? None. Print what? Record. Print the record data. If the tuple is coming, you print the record data. Suppose if it is else, say what? Break it. Online students, be careful students. Try to understand quickly. So now I'm going to take up, try to understand. print this data. So I got all the records. So once it is coming to none, else part it is coming and breaking. How do you print this data in detail? For value in where record, value in record. So for value in record, record is called a tuple over there, students. I'm writing there, and here I'm writing dot format of what is this now? Value, comma, end is equal to some backslash t. Why I'm writing end is equal to backslash t? Between the values, I want to give spacing. After the first record is over, I want to bring the cursor down to the new line to get the next record. Suppose if I don't write this statement, all the records will come in the same line only. See, all the records are coming in the same line only. After the first record is coming, this I want to bring into the second line. For that, once this loop is printed for the first record, I need to bring the cursor to the new line by writing print off. So see students, we got the data something like this. Is it understandable? So these are the list of records. So when you write it over here, print off something like this of 50, there you are writing the statement. There you are writing the statement. Out of that, just I'm writing it. Coming to this place, got the data. These are the values we got it. Still, you want to maintain some more spacing here. I'm just writing like this. Try to look at that. All the values are going to come something like this. Getting this point? I'll print the column names also. This is by using which function? Which function? Fetch one. Be active, be responsive. Fetch one will give you this data. Clear? Now, online students, is the fetch one is clear? It returns either either tuple or it returns none. Either it returns a tuple or it returns none. Now I want to go for what? Fetch many. I want to go for fetch many. Same program, I want to go for fetch many. Look at the second example. Go to the second example. Writing here, fetch records example 2.py. 2.py. Get this now. Get these points here. Records example 2.py. There I'm writing 2.py. 2.py. So here I'm going to write it fetch many, fetch many. So there I'm going to write it same to same. Here I'm writing fetch many. I'm writing fetch many will take one argument. Suppose I want to get at a time three records. Three. Three records I'm going to get it. So it is going to contain what? Records. So that time you try to remove that. Of course, keep no problem as this. You remove this area also. Get these records. Print these records, students. Print of records. What is the type of that? Type of records. It is containing tuples inside. Each record is containing in the form of tuple. That group of tuples are put it into list. So how many records are coming? Three. First three records will be coming. So carefully observe it. First tuple, second tuple, third tuple, third tuple. What is the type of that entire thing? Is called a list only. So these tuples are present inside the list. Be careful. Now I want to print those records. How do you print it? For record in records. Record in records. Print of what? Record. Print of record. Try to execute. So we got the three records. They are in terms what type? Full type they are. Now I want to go for what? Some six I will write it. Six records will be coming. Six. So that indicates how many number of records totally I am having? Eight. Eight are there. Even in my diagram also, eight records I fetched it out. So in the case of fetch many, we are giving some statements here. Follow me carefully. When I say six, what is the six here? Six greater than zero and less than what? Eight. How many records are coming? Six records will come. These are called a number of specified records. Number of specified records are, I'm telling some cases here. Zero less than number of specified records, less than what? Total number of records. That will give you total number of specified records. Are you following me? So if I say 4, 4 records will come. If I say 5, 5 records will come. 4 records are coming. If I say 5, 5 records will come. Execute it, 5 records will be coming here. Moreover, students, I want to go for writing some 50, I will write it. What is the second case I'm talking? What is the second case? If the number of specified records is more than what? Total number of records. How many number of records I have? But how many I mentioned it? 50. What will be the answer? What will be the answer? Start. It will give you. It will give you. Generally, people will expect index error or some type of error they will say, but it will give you all the records will be coming. When you say more number of records, it will give you starting from first record to 8th record. After that, no 9th record, no 10th record like that. Be careful. If the total number of specified records is more than total number of records, it will give you that many number of record. Total records will be coming here. So execute it. Am I getting total number of records or not? So this is a second case. What is the third case? I'm going to write it -5. I am writing -5. -5 I am writing. Come on, what will be happening? Or -1 I will write it. -1. What will be the answer? So option A, last record, last record. Option B, first record. Option C, no records. No records. Option D, all records. What is your answer? Come on. Option C, no records. No records will be coming. So don't think that it is just like an equal to like a slicing here. So it won't give you any record called what? -1. Try to execute. It never gives any result. Be careful, students. Very, very important. Able to follow? Now, I'm going to write it here 0, 0. Cursor dot fetch many of 0. What will be happening? First recorder, last recorder, all the records are no records are. Come on, no records. Because we are mentioning as what? 0. See the answer now. See the answer, no records. But one small thing I want to say, this is called what? Oracle DB. When you go to, actually that is not necessary for you. But when you are going to work on maintenance projects, CX underscore Oracle module, if I take it, CX underscore Oracle module, if I take it, instead of this one, if I use the CX underscore Oracle, up to what version you will take it. That time, your fetch many, when you say 0, it will give you all the records. In the case of CX underscore Oracle module, if we import, and if you call which function, fetch many of 0, it will give you what? All the records. But in the case of Oracle DB, it will give you no records. There is a difference you need to understand. Actually, I need not to tell you this. But when you are going to work on already existing project is available. That time, if anybody was used already in the coding 0 in the CX underscore Oracle, that you have to eliminate and you have to write what here? Fetch off what? Remove what? Number of records. You can write it. Are you able to follow? So fetch many. Right? I hope you understood. Is a module difference I said. Fetch many will give you what? No records I passed it. Is it first record, last record, all the records, or error? Come on. Value error, error means value error. What will be the answer? Something you say. It will give you all the records in this case also. It will give you all the records in this case also. So when you are working with the CX underscore Oracle module, when they say fetch many of 0, you remove it. Simply write what? Fetch many. Did you understand? No records mentioned. We are getting all these kind of values. So I hope you are following me. To print those values in a systematic manner. For value in where? Record. For value in record, I will write it here. backslash t dot format of what, value, comma, end is equal to backslash t. End is equal to backslash t. So I got my values. All of them are printing in the horizontally. So that I don't want. What I will do in this place, I'll write like this. Try to run this code. So you are going to get the data something like this. I hope you are following me. So this is about what kind of thing? Fetch many. But I'm writing here 4. Only 4 records I want to get it. 4 records are coming. Understood? So here, next is called what? Fetch all. This is called fetch many. Fetch all will give you all the records. So I will show you some documentation here. All of you try to follow. Students in the online, I hope you understood, my dear students. Go to the place here. So something like this. Go to the Python with Oracle. There I'm going to have it. Under this part, DRL statements. Observe. This is yesterday I shown you. Up to here I shown you. Select DRL queries are used for reading the records from the table. To read the records from the table, we use what? Select. These are the various syntaxes of select. Up to here I shown you. So now you are supposed to understand. Once the select query is executed, all the records present in the object of cursor in Python. To get the records from the cursor object, we have 3 functions. They are fetch one, fetch many of number of records, fetch all. First, we talk about the fetch one. This is called what? Processing of DRL statement. Important. This function is used for obtaining one record at a time where cursor object is pointing and returns either a tuple if record exists or none if record does not exist. Fetch many number of record. Case 1, case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5. Be careful. Fetch 1 number of records. It is used for obtaining specified number of records. In that, I'm talking about the case. Under case 1, A case and B case. A case in the case of this module, B case in the case of what? Oracle DB module. Don't get confused. If the specified number of records are 0, then this function obtains all the records. In the case of what? CX underscore module Python, which is suitable for what? 3.8, 3.9, and 3.10 only. B, if the specified number of records are 0, then this function select no records. In the case of which module? Oracle DB, Python 3.11, 3.12 version and higher and later versions also. Are you following me? Case number 2, if the specified number of records are greater than 0, but specified number of records are less than total number of records, then this function gives you specified number of records only in the case of both the modules. Same. Case number 3, if the specified number of records greater than total number of records, like 50, 60, like that, then this function obtains all the records in the case of both the modules. Already shown you. If the specified number of records are less than 0, then this function never gives any records. In the case of both modules, there is a negative value if we specify, no records will come. If we don't specify any number of records, then this function obtains all the records in the case of both the modules. Clear? So this is important. Keep in mind. Actually, without telling also, I can move forward. But we are discussing in detail. You need to understand this. So fetch all will give you what? Fetch all is used for obtaining all the records from cursor object in the form of what? Tuples of list. So this is very easy, students, here. So here, coming to the point of it, enter into this place. Now fetch all, I will use it. Are you following me? Fetch all. Student, Suni, sir, inform us when your framework classes starts and database classes starts from. So we are waiting for your class only. So something else previously. So Django classes you are asking when it starts. Actually, Usha, I'm talking about it. Don't get excited, ma, Usha. So I said first I'm talking about what? Record area. Okay, now I'm talking about metadata. I'm talking about it. Sir, I'm only one person explaining now. So I'm not two to three. KVR is only one. Only one. I will explain one by one. Don't excite it. Okay. Listen carefully. I will explain everything. I said beginning only. I'm explaining records. First, later I will go to metadata. Don't excite it. Now, students, Django is actually very easy topic. They have to explain MVT architecture clearly. Actually, Django is a very simple topic, very easy also. There are three components. Django follows MVT architecture. What is model? What is template? What is view? If they explain the link between all the three things, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 1 day model, 1 day template, 1 day view, they will explain the connection between all the things. If they explain like that, it will be very, very easy. So, coming to this point, when you come to, I'm only the designer of that full stack Python Django. When you come to Django course content, I only the designer of it. When you go to the industry, this is the course content. You must have the knowledge on first HTML content is required. So module number one, Django framework. This is a topic number one. Module number two, this is a next. Module number three, module number four, templates. Module next, forms. How to develop employee form through HTML, Bootstrap. How to create a liveliness to that animation to the forms. How do you get that? Introduction to database models with Django. How Django can be used to communicate with the databases. Models. See that very beautiful concept. Next is introduction to admin interface. Introduction to access control with sessions and users. How to give the authentication to the users. Introduction to generic views. Introduction to deploying Django applications. Deploying Django applications in the server. Django case studies. And creating a web project, a dynamic web project. That is going to be a simple thing. Python is actually very difficult compared to Django. Django is a dead easy, but people are making very complicated. So one person cannot go for all the topics they may not explain, right? So coming to the point of time, now, now I will go to the further. So try to habituate to understand every faculty lecture because all fingers are not same. One finger is small, finger is big. All fingers necessary to do something else. Only one finger, everything want to do it. That's also difficult. So follow me. So they have to have commitment towards the course so that people, students can understand. Whether you will read or not, that is an import. That is your carefulness. But faculty should explain carefully. And yesterday I've seen Python for 199 rupees. Python for 199 rupees, Python they will teach 1 month that too. And after the class, even in yesterday, NumPy class, I said, one student, 1 year back, one student said, came at the end of the class, they spoke to me. What they said, sir, it is 199 rupees, it is this one. We last 1 year back, we gone for before this class, Python for 499 for 3 months, for 1 month. 399 means what? Even recharging also half of the amount of recharging your mobile. But student paid 399, 499 rupees. And first day class, half an hour, some small, very, uh, who is that? Some person is explaining. Even English is not good, just like a BTech first year student explaining. And first, second day, no class. Third day, again, 45 minutes class. Fourth day, fifth day, no class, no class, no class. We will inform when the next class is. No next class, no contact number, nothing. Contact number is what they are giving, is switched off. 499 gone. So student will wait for 20 days, 30 days. After that, what will happen? Gone. 499 gone for two classes. So something we require, some sort of commitment is required, some sort of responsibility is required. Then only things will come. Hmm? Praneeth, so in our institute, no one explain like you, sir. We read your notes. We will understand by reading only. Okay, mom. Thank you. So we have to prepare beautiful notes. Whether you read or not, that is your me jagartadi. You are careful. If you don't read, what can I do? You tell me, students. Can I come to your room and open it and do something? Nothing. No? I don't know all this. You have to read. So I'm giving how the notes is systematically, line writing, case one, case two, all those things you have to learn it. So first commitment is important. Values important. Even in rain also I came on time. Every day I will come on time. Am I coming late to the class? So any compromising in class also? Compromising? Huh? No, no. So you may come one day to the class, you may not come to another class. But I'm coming daily to the class. Even in Dasara vacation, they taken 1 week classes leave, but I took it only 3, 4 days, like you know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know, Saturday is one day holiday. So like that, commitment is important. Student also, if they read well, they will get the job 100%. Okay, anyhow, try to take care. Fetch many of four. Now I'm using fetch all. So third one I'm going to talk about it. Third one. After that, I'll go to metadata. So 3.py, 3.py. So I'm going to take up same kind of code. Here I'm writing it. What I'm writing now? 3.py, 3.py. Here I'm writing fetch all. I'm going to write fetch all. Are you following me? Fetch all will give you what? Same couple of records. Following me? So we are going to get this data, execute it, same output is going to come. Getting? So fetch all will give you what? All the records in the form of what? Tuples of list. So fetch many, fetch all. How many ways are there to get my records? Three ways. One is by using fetch one. Second, fetch many of number of records. Third one is fetch all. So what they written it, we understand. This is called processing the records or not? Yes. Next I will go to, next I'll go to how to process it. How to process it. Go to our diagram once. We processed this type of data. We process this type of data by using which functions? Fetch functions. Now I'm talking about what? Metadata. Usha, I'm entering into metadata. Are you there, Ma Usha? Now I'm entering into metadata. Right. So what is metadata? Any CSC students? What is metadata? Hmm. What is metadata? Maybe you learned it. CSC students. Definitely CSC students are there in the online. So tell me students, metadata. 188 students are there. Good. Kiran Kumar is saying data about data. Yes, data of data. Okay, good. So I'm going to take it data about data. Data about data. Data of data. Some different answers. Data of data. Next, data inside data. Rupesh only two definitions saying data inside data. Okay. So that is the one. Okay, both of them are correct answer. Now I'm asking about what is this data? What is this data? Interviewer compulsory will ask data about data. So data about records and table. Nagalakshmi saying data about records and table. What is that? So I'm going to take about what is this data and what is this data. Now I'm going to talk about, look at students. Now I'm explaining. No need to worry about it. This is called what? Records data for what? These columns. Are you following me? This is called data. This is called data assigned to what? This kind of data. What is this data is called metadata. What is the data about data? Data is called what? Records that are about to what? ENO, e-name, cell, and company name. Okay. For this data, for this data, there is one more data is present, which is hidden. What is that hidden data? What is ENO? It is called what? Number type. Number type. Which type it is? Number type. What is the name? Varchar type. What is the cell? Number of what? Something like, precision comma scale. What is the company name? Varchar. That means to assign these column names, there is some more data is present for this column data. That is known as what? Data types of your column names. Data type, not only column names, column sizes also will be there. That is also called one of the internal data for your columns. If I want to create a memory space for column, what is important? Data type is important. So those data types, Oracle will contain some more data type for that. Internally, this number will contain some more data type will be there in Oracle internally. So that are all not necessary to bother about it. Up to what extent we will bother? What is data that are records? What about the this data is for what? Employee number, employee name, salary. That is called data about this data. This data, that is called column names, will contain some more data, which is known as what? Data types. I want to show you the metadata information now. So students, now I'm entering into metadata information I'm talking. So go to the place, new program I'm taking. Here I'm taking metadata, metadata, information, information, example1.py. That is nothing but column names I'm going to get it. Program for, program for, program for displaying column names, column names. That is known as what? Metadata, metadata of what? Any table. So get this, and I'm going to carry this entire thing. I'm going to carry this entire thing. Try to take up here. Now I'm going to write it. Select what is this now? Columns. Get columns. Get calls is my function name. Get calls is my function name. Inside what I'm going to do. So remove this entire thing. Hmm. Once the query getting executed, cursor object contains what? List of records plus what? Metadata. So first what we need to get it? Get it. Get, get the metadata. Metadata. To get the metadata, students, we are having cur dot cur dot description, cur dot description, cur dot fetch one, fetch many, fetch all will give you what? Records. Description will give you, description is one of the attribute present in the cursor object. Will give you metadata. Metadata is called what? One variable. Metadata is called one variable. So you want to take it one more variable, KVR. So KVR is one variable. Left side is called what? One variable I am taking here. So what is that is going to be called here? Type of KVR. You printed type of KVR, which is called tuples of list will present. Tuples of list will present. Inside what are present, sir? Can you show me inside what are present? Inside na column name will print. Column name. What is the column name? ENO. And it's a data type. Internal data type of Oracle. So much of internal information will be provided. Just observe it. The biggest information is going to print. This is called a first column information. We least bother about the center. This is called one tuple. What this is called? Column name. This is called internal data type of your number in Oracle. This is called something like a data type order inside the Oracle environment. None. This is going to have lot of information here. Column sizes, some more information will be there. I least bother about this entire data. Nobody will worry about that. Nobody will worry about that. And the next is called what? Name, you see name. For name also, it is going to contain this much of big story. So how do you get this entire thing for your people? For here I am writing metadata, metadata. Here I am going to write it. Tell me now. For for what? COL information in where? Metadata. Metadata. Print of what? Column info. Print this column info. How it is printing? Each one is printing it's a tuple, right or not? In this tuple, what is the index here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to worry about what only? 0th index of the tuple. So I'll print what here only? Column info of what? 0. That will print what, students? Only column names. Following me? That I want to print in which line? Same line. I want to print in same line. Need to listen. Sleeping. Need to listen. Sleeping. So, morning, 7 o'clock is a very prestigious class. Actually, you have to wake up so early morning. 5 o'clock you need to wake up. And you need to open Python notes. Need to read up to 7 o'clock. No, 7 o'clock you have to start and you have to come to the class. Like that. Sitting in the class and sleeping is really, I feel very much guilty for it. My student is sleeping in the class. And a new batch students 11 o'clock, they are sleeping by sitting here. I don't know why they are sleeping. These days people are sleeping like anything. Why? And just I'm asking, why? Is it only the classroom is sleeping environment? Why they are sleeping? Generally, I'm asking. Nighttime YouTube watching, correct? Hmm. Went to home and came. Hmm. Come to the point now. I want to print in the same line. How do you print it? End is equal to backslash t. End is equal to backslash t. Try to print in the same line. Am I printing in the same line or not? Next, I will do what? I will write it some sort of information like that. Of 50. Now I'm writing here. Now I want to print at this line. If I print this column things, beside the column, this data will come. But I want to print this data in the below the column. Now it is coming adjacent to the columns. It is coming there. But I want to print here only. So what I will do now? Print off. Print off. So we are getting the column names. Perfectly column names are there. Still you want any sort of thing like that? If you want to write anything like this, if you want to write anything like that, try to observe it getting like this. Are you following me? Now, under that, what I want to print? Under this, what I want to print? Records I want to print. Here I want to print what? Records. Records I will print. Is the column names clear? Is the column names clear? Right. So, Usha, are you comfortable, mom? Your favorite metadata came. Metadata came. Right. Now I want to get what? Records with metadata. How to get it? Now I'm going to write it, separate program, Oracle, Oracle, columns with the records, calls with the records, example.py, example.py, where I'm writing it. Program for obtaining, program for obtaining records along with column names, along with the column names. How do you write it? Simply get all these things. Simply get all these things. Put it across. There I am writing get records. Get records with the calls, with the columns. So the same thing I will write in the function place also. Here I will write it. There I am going to write it. Any of column names are printed. Just to try to run this. We got the column names. Already column names concept is available. Are you following me? And here I need to write what? Code for Getting. Code for getting what? Records. Code for getting records. Code for getting records. How do I get it? Hmm. This is a code for get the metadata. How do I get it? Records is equal to cor dot fetch all. Once you say fetch related functions, records will come. How do I get it? Record in records. Record in records. For value in record again. Print this. There I am writing backslash t dot format of what is this now? Value, comma, end is equal to backslash t. End is equal to backslash t. You have to say what here? Print off. Print off. And say this line at the end of it. Say this line at the end of it. Try to run this. You are going to get it. All the things. Complete table is coming or not? Like this. So Usha, now see complete data is coming. It is called which data? Metadata and the number of records. Getting me? Fine, students. You insert one record, go to one record inserting, go to record insert program. This is my record insert program. One record I am inserting. Insert one record, enter employee number, something like 39, something like Ucha. I'm writing Ucha. Now I'm writing salary 2.5, and next is called Wipro. Like this. One record inserted successfully. So go to this place here and select star from. So some 39 inserted or not. How do you get that record here? So this part you clear it. Go to this place. Where is that? This one. Try to run this data. So is it coming 39 or not? Well, dear students, now I'm writing here only. I want to print the data in ascending order of employee numbers. Ascending order of employee numbers. Ascending order of names. Ascending order of salaries. Descending order of numbers. Descending order of names. Descending order of salaries. How do you do it? I will go to here only. We will start here. Observe it. These are all numbers are there in zigzag manner, right or not? These are all unsorted. To sort it, select star from employee, order by ENO. What column you want to order by ENO? Actually, if we go to any SQL environment, select is one of the DRL query. What is the syntax actually? Select column names from table name. Table names, you can add multiple tables where condition list having having is one more class, group by one more class, order by one more class. This is called original SQL. When you learn MySQL already in full stack Python, MySQL is there, MongoDB is also there. Did you attend that classes? Completed? Understood? Completed classes. Who will execute the queries in MySQL? Who will execute my Python program? Who will execute Python program? Who will execute Python program? చూడండి అక్కడ their answers you see. Online students answers you see. PVM. Already explained now. Diagram, compilation, Python compiler. Who will execute PVM? If you don't answer, how you select it? It ఎలా select అవుతారు? If you don't know, already explained, not explained. But you explained, but if you don't answer, how you will select? Already explained PVM. What PVM will do, I explained it. If you don't answer, you are waste. Number one waste student you are. If you don't answer it. Already explained. If you don't read. Why you are not able to answer? Because you are not reading. If you don't read, nobody can answer it. Even myself also, if I don't read, I cannot answer. So like that, who will execute the queries in MySQL? SQL environment, who will execute? SQL engines will be there in the database level. Those things will execute. When you read. So enter order by ENO. all the name, all the numbers are ordered in ascending order. All the things are ordered in ascending order. I hope you are following me. I hope you are following me now. Select star from employee, order by E and O. This is my data which is present here. What order it is coming? Ascending order. If you want, you can write order by E and O. DESC, I can write a descending order. DESC. Descending order, you can say. DESC. So you can see these are the coming in what order? Descending order they are coming. They are coming in descending order. You want to sort it based on ascending order again. E and O. By default, it is ascending order only coming. If you want, you can write it what? ASC, you can write it ASC. Ascending order will come. If you want the name in ascending order, by default, ascending order. It is coming from alphabetical order. A. A and A is same. It is taking second letter. SS and SS is same. S and S is same. And S and T is taken now. It is ordered. On the basis of salary you want to, on the basis of salary you want, shall I will write it, shall. You need not write ASC. By default in ascending order of the salaries they will come. Descending order of the salaries you want, DESC, you are going to get the data in the descending order. Like that, you can go for in the query only. Select star from employee, order by, what is this now? E and O. Simply, you will get the data in the ascending order of employee numbers. If you don't remember now, very complicated students, life is very complicated. And you are coming to the sessions for remembering. If you forget, how can you manage? Did I explain or not? Then why you don't answer? Just I'm asking, why you don't answer? If I did not explain, if you are not answering, there is a meaning. So this is an ascending order. Descending order you want, DESC, you need to write it. DESC, you can write in capital also, small also, no problem. You can write small also, capital also, no problem. You want in ascending order of salaries, order by sal, descending order. You can. You are getting descending order, 13.45 like that. You want in nothing to be written here, nothing is written. Ascending order it is going to come. Salary basis, you are going to get it. Like that, you can go for whatever you like it. So display order by E and O. I just wrote it and you are getting order by employee numbers. You are getting it. This is about how we are going to get the data from this place. Next one more is reading the records from any table. Reading the records from this is a fixed table I said. So columns with records, uh, any table. So I'm taking here any table dot P1. So there I'm going to take it. So I'm going to write it. This is the one. I will copy the same thing again. There I'm going to get it. See students, whether you are or myself, if we don't do our job in the real life, complicated. Things are becoming complicated. Things are becoming complicated. So now I will go for what? This table is there now. I want to read the table. What I will do? Select star from what I will do? Percentage yes, percentage yes, percent of what I will do? Input of enter table name, enter table name, enter table name. So here close. Beautiful. Any table name you enter, the table name will be substituted over there. The table name information will come. Execute this now. Say here employee, employee. I'm writing here employee. It is happening. All the records are coming. You say something like, one more thing you enter KVR, I'm entering KVR. Actually, KVR is not there. Table or view does not exist. Table or view does not exist. You can happily write table, table, does not exist. Table does not exist. You try to run this, you say KVR here, KVR is not there. Table does not exist. You enter something like go to the place, select star from student, select star from student, select star from student. Table or view student. Student is not there. I think DESC teacher. There are teacher. Teacher is there. Do you have any records inside of that? Select star from teacher. Select star from teacher. No data present. Execute. You run this. Once again. Enter the table name. Teacher. What is coming? Teacher number, teacher name, salary. There is no records. Empty. Table is empty. How do you provide the table is empty? Here we are getting the records or not? There it is not containing any records. If you want, you can write it. LEN of what? Records. Double equal to what? 0. What I can say? Table is, table does not contain records. Does not contain records. I am writing else here. Else here. There I am writing something like this. There I am writing something like this. I hope you are following. Write or run it. Teacher, 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 teacher number, teacher name, salary. Table does not contain records. If at all you are entering any table name, what is the table name I am entering? Employee, which is only one table I am having. So I am having the table records. If you want to insert any record in the teacher, how do you insert? Insert into teacher, teacher, values. What is the number? What is the number I am entering? So say something like 100 and say something like Rosam and say the value called salary called for 3.4. Now see that what is happening? Rosam. Double quotes you should not give now. Single quote you need to give it. But I already said to you, if I give double quotes, error will come. Is it row created or not? Try to run now. Try to run. Now I'm giving what here? Teacher. Hmm. How many records? One record. Will it come or not? Yes. So, but it is wrong answer. Record will not come because we did not do commit. I'm asking, I'm testing you whether you are careful or not. You're saying one record will come? Ah, yes, sir, one record will come. Is one record will come? No. Why? Not committed. You're not careful in your life. Simply saying, one record will come. I said very perfectly for you. You say what now? Commit. That indicates what? Permanently inserted. Now you execute the program again. You say no, now teacher you enter, teacher you say, what one record? So when you are careful, already 22 years over, 50 years reserved for sleeping, 22 years over, 28 years left out, 6 years for sleeping, sorry, eating, charting, traveling, some chatting with friends and all. Next remaining is what? 22 years left out. When you will earn crores of rupees, when you will maintain luxury of life, hmm? If you started forgetting like that, who will forget generally when you get the age of what? 70, 75. That time they will forget. What do you say? But a educator will not forget. Even if you get that age also, educator will not forget. Now only you are forgetting. Who will execute Python program? You are not telling. The commit also you are not saying. Are these things explained or not explained now? Explained. Then why are you not answering? Hmm? Why students? Okay. Anyhow, so are you understanding? This is about metadata. The total records are coming now. So students in the online, I hope you are understanding this entire thing. When you come back to my explanation, if you come back to this explanation, if you come to this place, 7 a.m. here, Python with Oracle, here I will go for index, I will open it. Look at that. Executing DDL queries, executing DDL queries, executing DML queries, executing DLL queries, metadata, and then programming here. Are you able to follow? So tomorrow class, I will go for what? MySQL communication. And in files, we did one project now, student information system. Can you do using Oracle? Simple. Oracle is very easy for you to do that. So you try to do it. Tomorrow, anyhow, I will brief it. Tomorrow, I will tell you completely about what? MySQL communication. Are you following me? So now, students in the online, I hope you are following me. So this part, I'll be stopping now. If any doubts are there, I will take up. And this book you read for SQL in Oracle, especially I'm giving. This is a Oracle software installation link. This is MySQL software installation link. Try to practice all these examples, read the notes thoroughly, and do something good for by yourself. So are you understanding the DRL also now? How to process DRL statements? This is a case 1, case 2, case 5. All the cases are explained with this kind of thing. So within 10 minutes of time, I may not be able to start what concept. MySQL I may not be introducing. Next class I'll go for what? MySQL I will introduce. Okay now? So now I will stop the class. From tomorrow class, I'll go for MySQL I will communication from Python to MySQL I will explain. So don't miss tomorrow class. So carry on, read well. So Nagalakshmi, sir, I'm not getting evening classroom notes. Why, ma? Why you are not getting evening classroom notes? Why you are not getting evening classroom notes? Are you getting everybody? Getting or not getting up? So Krishna is asking when this course will complete. So I said no already. At the end of this month, it will complete. Because after this, I will start what? Oops, I will start. Oops. So oops will take 1 week. I will tell you regular expressions concept for you. Regular expressions, very important. And I will tell you multi-threading also I will tell you. Networking already covered. So those 3 topics are left out. I will explain. Actually, multi-threading, regular expressions, they won't explain in any of the other batches here. Python also with the database communication, I only will explain it. So try to learn all those things. So Kiran Kumar, sir, we had NumPy yesterday. I was not able to join the call. So why, mom? You need to join in the class. Nagalakshmi, so the notes I already placed over it, mom. So I already placed the notes. So try to see in the alphabetical order you see the date is available in the alphabetical order. Try to look into the total Google Drive class you try to follow. So it is available because you are seeing on the top of the date. Don't see that. When you go to the top of the date, you will see only that particular area only. So people will see only the top of the area, but not like that. We go to this place. They are looking only the top of the link. We go to that place. You will see only on the top. September 30 only you will see. But it is going to be, I'm putting on the date wise now. Date wise, if you see somewhere else, this is called what? Yesterday is called what? September, October 15th. This was uploaded yesterday only. This was uploaded. Actually, Pandas class, I need to give it. But still that same thing is there. Pandas, I will write Pandas now. Today I will change that Pandas so that we can understand. Okay, Ma Nagalakshmi, this is a date. I was already done. Kiran Kumar, I used the same link to join the class, but not able to join, sir. Is there any change in the class link? No. Same link only. Same link only. You need to follow that. Okay. Right. Anyhow, I'll stop the class. Tomorrow class will continue. MySQL. Later, tomorrow MySQL will be done. The day after tomorrow, I will go for what? Oops, I will start. So oops, you already learned in your colleges now. So that oops is already oops. So what I will explain, that is the most important. If you remember, if you forget like who will execute Python program means you did not answer. It is a special shock for me. Explained or not? Beginning, interpretation, Python compiler, PVM, explained, but not remembering today. So very sad. Anyhow, students, will stop the session and tomorrow class will go for that. Thank you. Carry on. Online students, if any doubts are there, you can hold on. I will discuss with you people.